Welcome everyone here live on a Tuesday night. That's right, your boy, the BINBUSTER here, is providing you alternate entertainment if you don't like what's usually on Tuesday nights. And remember, right here on this channel, when I say community, I mean a community. So, as always, remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification for whenever I drop a video. And not only that, but we have something special here this week. We got here, it's a simple week. Make sure to subscribe and follow to 4K D-Ray Kello Daily, Jagoda Blue, and for more awesome content. Yes. So yeah, check that out. It's assembled week this week. What does that mean? Well, these awesome creators and I have decided to come together and do some content for you guys that we're all three promoting together. We're all promoting together, and so it's one of those things that it's like we're promoting it all together and for each other, and we're going to be in the chat for each other's videos. I don't know if the others are going live or not. They didn't tell me what type of videos they're doing, but there we go. It's down there at the bottom now. That's what I was doing right now, folks, before I got into anything else. Well, we've already had a lot of people here tonight. So we have here Kello Daily. What's up, man? It's Simple Week starts out. That's why it's down there in the ticker. So if you haven't followed the three other creators that have decided to do this with me, it's right there. There we go. Let's go, Ben. Yeah, thanks, Cal. There's Jagoda Blue. Should be a good one. Evening night, everyone. As Hunter says, smash that like button while you are here. Hey, Tiana's here. Hey, everyone. How are you doing tonight, Tiana? Chandler, how's everyone doing? Hey, Chandler, how are you doing tonight, man? Been live. Yeah, that's right. I'm live. Should I comment down below? Should I continue calling these Tuesday night lives, or should I just and come up with something like live from Chicago? It's Tuesday night, like an old SNL thing, or should I just come up with something a different name for this? Hunter saying hi to everyone. Chandler saying hi to everyone. Chandler saying hey, Dell, what's up, man? Oh, that's right. For everyone, you're doing good, Chandler. Thank you. For everyone who's here and hasn't been following one of my streams, I have something for you. Everyone in the chat, welcome aboard.
What's up? What's up?
That's right. That's your what's up for the night. When you're out here on my channel, you show up on the chat for the first time, you get a what's up. So tonight we're talking we're talking the halfway point of X-Men 97. We're talking some Easter eggs and what to expect from Joker 2 since the trailer dropped last week. If you haven't watched my trailer reaction video, watch that. I actually recorded that last week after I was done here. We're also talking some Cinemacon stuff and some stuff looking forward to on the channel as well as this week. And like I said, this week it's Assemble Week. That's right. Assembled Week. Tomorrow, Cal's going to join. Cal's going to join the group and going to produce a video for you guys. Oh, I know we just got some. Hey, Justin. Hey, Justin. You know what it's time for?
What's up? What's up?
I don't really like musicals, so I'm throwing Joker. I'm glad you said that. I'm going to go into more Easter eggs on this, and I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper than I did on my trailer reaction video. So and I'll actually cover this Joker first. So I'm just going through the let's go bin hashtag assembled. Bin you need some horror movie. I know I do. I put that thing together like yesterday, so let's go ahead and cow. What love it. What hashtag was up? Hunter. Hello everyone. Thanks for supporting Benji. See you all tomorrow on my channel. Yes, there we go. So we're talking Joker right now, and I have something a little bit special for you guys. I have done some pictures for you guys to talk about this. So we're going to talk some Easter eggs in the Joker movie, in the Joker trailer. So first of all, this sequel, it's a sequel, and honestly, it's right there, right there. Joker Folie Deux. First of all, this one means shared madness. Folie Deux is madness of two or shared madness. So, which means we have Joker and Harley in this movie, and it's a shared madness. So we kind of know a little bit of what to expect. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Like one of the things that are stood out to me in this movie was this scene right here. First of all, what I dived into this, and 15 covers of famous songs are integrated throughout this. So think about this movie as, for example, as Mamma Mia or Picture Perfect, where songs are thrown into the story where it makes sense. So is it really a musical? In some ways it is, some ways it's not. It's a shared madness. So I pretty much think that this musical numbers that they're going to do are actually in their heads. What makes me say that is because of this right here. In their heads, you see right there in the trailer, you saw them in a tuxedo and a dress. And then the next scene, right there by an ambulance out on the street, just wearing their regular clothes. So this means to tell me what they are seeing in musical numbers are actually in their heads. Believe it or not. I mean, one of the other things is right here. We're actually Joker Folie Deux, like you see the umbrellas are Cherbourg. We have an homage right there to that scene, which is amazing because if you notice in the trailer, when he's taken outside, they're black umbrellas and now they're colored umbrellas. What's going on here? He's crazy, isn't he? But with Harley, she's kind of shares the same thing. Let's get out of here. So we're not really getting the Harley Quinzel that's a doctor per se in here, unless I think this picture. Yeah, no, not that one. Where's the picture? Right here. When they first see each other, she's in a therapy class that looks like they're doing music. So musical therapy is going on throughout this entire movie. I'm okay with that because of that. And as you guys can see right here, we also pay homage to Singing in the Rain. So if you're not a big musical fan, I'm sorry. This one might be not for you because it doesn't seem to be that great. This picture right here is the stairs that Arthur danced on in the last movie. We see Harley going up on him, but we also see this little number right here. Is that? Yeah, right there. That's the one. And you see, they're doing almost the same type of dance coming out. And if you look closely, like you guys want to pause this and zoom in on the picture, one of the things is Joker is released. So it's like, oh, okay, so they're releasing the Joker right now with everything. The new Hunger Games movie had some singing in it as well, and it definitely affected my scoring. Okay. 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 So I mean, honestly, I understand that. Like, if you're not a huge fan of musicals and it's not there. Another scene I wanted to say was this one. Arthur puts the fingers to his head in the first one. She does it in the second one. So there's a lot of Easter eggs going on in here that pay homage to the original movie as well as musicals. Like I said, this is probably all in their head. This is probably all in their head for all that. But beyond that, I don't know what to think of this. It's a shared madness. It looks like an interesting movie. I'm going to go see it when it comes out. But I like Hunter said, he didn't like the new Hunger Games movie because there's some singing in it. And if this one's right around that wheelhouse for him, he may not go see it. He may not like it. If you're not a big fan of musicals, don't go see it. But if you're a fan of like Mamma Mia, Pitch Perfect, La La Land, check this movie out. You don't have to be a fan of comic books to do this because as the first one, you're in. So Chandler's interest is, oh yeah, so am I. Like the first one was actually delve into the psyche of mental illness. I'm just curious on what of what Phillips is doing in this one. I'm very curious of why he decided, one, to make it a musical, and two, to make it and two, to continue on with the Joker, because I could have seen him doing an anthology films of like Joker, Riddler, stuff like that. I'm looking forward to Joker. I'm also for superior genre trying something different. Yeah, and and if it does something different, Dell, and falls on its face, it's then panned as, oh, they should stay with the formula. But if it's success like Joker was, which was out of the blue for something different in the genre, people are either on go be on board with it, or going to or go be on board with it, or they're going to hate it. Hey, the man himself, part of our assembled week here on YouTube, 4KD Ray.
What's up? What's up?
How you doing tonight, man? I'm going to buy the Steelbook. Oh, you always would, Hunter. You would always buy that Steelbook. Yeah, 4K D-Ray and 4K and D-Ray saying, hey to everyone, what's up? All right. So, right now, we're going to go into Cinemacon news. I have my phone here for my notes that I made for this. I'm not covering everything on here because there were 31 movies all covered. I'm going through big ones that interested me the most. So the first one I want to talk about is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This movie set 300 years in the future. So we don't even have Caesar. The entire the last trilogy we got doesn't exist anymore. It's in this timeline, but all those characters are long dead. It's 300 years in the future. The footage they showed, we were basically getting a restart to the franchise as the days of Caesar are through. I was interested about something. If they were going to go full circle in this franchise with this next trilogy, doesn't look like it yet, but I could be mistaken. The next two might go full circle into the original set. Because remember, they were in the future of that. They were in the future of humankind when Charlton Heston landed there originally in the original one. So it may be this might go full circle by the end of it. And if it does, I'm excited for that because it's Planet of the Apes. Ape civilization has flourished. However, there are some who have taken weapons from the humans to enslave the other ape clans. So it's looking like we're getting a ape civil war amongst us, which, if you've read the comic books or have read the novels, we have expounded into the lore of this world. They actually have done it to the point where there was a civil war with the apes. That's how the classes were formed. That's how, like, the orangutans were the scientists, the gorillas were the army, and the doctors were all the chimpanzees. And then there were some lower class of apes. So that's how it was broken up. And it looks like we're getting the feel for that here of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So, which means they're fighting for the kingdom, which is kind of cool. So, the next one I want to talk about, that's coming out May 8th, by the way. May 17th, If. Imaginary Friends. I don't know about you guys. The War of the Planet of the Apes go close to full circle. It kind of did. Kind of went full, it kind of did. But the fact that you're now doing it 300 years, and it's a continuation of 300 years in the future, I want to see the full. I want to see it fully come around. Yeah, they paid homage to it, but honestly, the reveal of in the Tim Burton version, by far is one of my best reveals of the Planet of the Apes. when we revealed that Mark Wahlberg was actually on Earth the whole time with the Lincoln Monument and everything. Ooh. So the next one I want to talk about is If. I don't know about you guys, but how many of you guys out there growing up were fans of Foster Home for Imaginary Friends? This guy was. Very clever show. When I first heard about this movie, I'm like, oh, we're doing a Imaginary Friends movie. Okay. And they're just calling it If. Kind of. It's a story written, directed, and produced by John Krasinski. The film follows a young girl named Bia, or Bai, who has the ability to see people's imaginary friends, or ifs for short, who have been abandoned by their kids. So kind of fosters home for imaginary friends. They're either abandoned or their kids have grown up and they're in this boarding house waiting for new kids. In the movie, she sets out to help these ifs and find new kids, and along the way, she gets somehow turns out her neighbor, Cal, played by Ryan Reynolds, also has the ability to see ifs. It leads to a madcap story filled with lots of funny characters. So, I mean, it looks good. It looks like a fun time in the movies. Like if you're looking for one of those movies that you could just sit back, relax, and just enjoy, even though it might be for the younger crowd, go to enjoy this one. It actually looks pretty fun. Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, 20 years before Fury Road. Don't have to say anything else. It's a prequel of Fury Road's on Furiosa's character, which I hear we might be getting more smaller characters like Furiosa in solo films like this, which I'm all for if that's the case. If that's the case, I'm all for that. Like, flush out your world so that way you're not relying on Mad Max. And if you can't, and if you don't cast Mad Max right, it's not a good thing with fans. So you can always flush out these little characters in the world and flush out the world a whole lot more. The one that's interesting me is The Watchers. I know this is a horror film, and your boy here doesn't really care for much horror, but it's done by Ishana Knight Shyamalan. Yeah, the daughter of. Does it look that good to me? I know. Just rewatch Fury Road. It's still a blast. Yeah, it's a blast. Uh, I mean, the trailer could. I get the same thing from the trailer, but with the trailer, it's usually always bigger stuff that they show in the trailer, and we're all disappointed that they show the good stuff in the trailer, and then we go see the movie, and it's disappointed. Maybe they're showing us crappy stuff, D-Ray, in the trailer. You just want to go watch it, and all the good stuff will be in the film this time around. but this is called The Watchers with Ishana Night Shyamalan. Yeah, the daughter of M. Night Shyamalan, which is about a girl named Mina who finds herself stranded in a forest. Unfortunately for Mina, she doesn't get any better. She finds shelter with a group of strangers, only to realize she's trapped and now being stalked by mysterious creatures. The next one, I'm kind of iffy about that I knew we didn't need. Stars Lupita Nyong'o and our brand new Human Torch, Joseph Quinn, which I'm going to get to that news here in a moment of Fantastic Four. Joseph Quinn, A Quiet Place Day One, set in New York. The city is pretty loud. How are they going to be quiet? That's what I'm interested to see. How they make these creatures who hunt their prey by sound. How are they going to do that in a city that's super loud? I could be wrong, but Jagoda, answer: is it a loud city? Trailer looks like a period Mad Max to me. It'll be loud and action packed. Will be loud and action packed, sure. Hey, D-Ray, is it a Saturday Night Live sketch to you? But Horizon American Saga. This is a 2-part theatrical experience. So at first, with this Kevin Costner movie set in the Civil War era, I thought it was going to be on streaming services. It seems to be coming out in theaters. Part 1 is in June 28th, and 7 weeks later, we get part 2 in August 16th, which is awesome that he's doing a 2-part continuation story set in the Wild West during the Civil War era. I'm a fan of westerns. I'm looking forward to this one. So, let's see. Deadpool Wolverine, obviously. We now see that we're now getting Headpool, Dogpool, Babypool, Kidpool, as well as Deadpool. Confirmed. And according to the director, this is not Deadpool 3. This is a between 2 and 3. And he's not spoiling anything as to what it is, but the Cinemacon footage we got, it has him swimming through Marvel IPs, which is awesome. So check it out if you haven't yet. Type in Deadpool Wolverine Cinemacon, and do that. Borderlands. This game is amazing. I just hope Kevin Hart doesn't ruin the movie. Not that I'm a fan of Kevin Hart, but it seems like lately Kevin Hart's been Kevin Hart in films. Kevin Hart's been Kevin Hart in films. I don't want him to be Kevin Hart in this film. I want him to be the character that he is. Am I looking for this? Yes. Fallout was good. I hear Fallout was good. I hear things from everyone saying it's good. I checked out the first episode. I like it. I hope Borderlands is good too. We need more. We need more and more video game based stuff. Video game based movies. I'm most interested in Alien Romulus as of right now. That does look good. I'm kind of glad that the whole Prometheus thing I kind of liked, but I'm kind of glad they kind of backed away from that, and we're getting this movie that just looks amazing. Alien Romulus, yes. I stay away from trailers so far. Love going in blind. Yeah, yeah. I was just curious at what was coming out. That's why we get a new M. Night Shyamalan movie, Trapped, starring Josh Hart, and I'm just going to keep it there. The Crow, I've not seen. Kevin Hart has always played Kevin Hart in films. It's kind of like The Rock. It's like The Rock and Kevin Hart went to the same school of acting. I keep forgetting about Fallout. I need to check it out. Yeah, dude, do so, D-Ray. Do so. We get The Crow. I didn't really care for the original, and I'm not looking forward to seeing this one. I'm being honest here, folks. I'm looking here. Oh, September. Super/Man. So Superman. No, not the new DC movie. This is a documentary on Christopher Reeve. How a guy went from being Superman to just being man after his accident on a horse riding after his horse riding accident when he got paralyzed from the shoulders down, and how he championed the rest of his life for people with disabilities. This is a documentary that I'm excited about. It talks about one thing I like: superheroes, and Christopher Reeves is just an overall nice guy. Yeah. All right. I already talked Joker Full They Do. Gladiators. Who's here is excited for Gladiators? Who here is excited for Gladiators? I mean, you have Pedro Pascal, Denzel Washington, who doesn't appear to be the good guy at all, which is I'm stoked for. Russell Ridley Scott is coming back with the sequel. It looks even more bloody than the original. There are fights with strange monkeys, giant rhinos, and even sharks. I think they're kind of jumping the shark by adding in those creatures. Yeah, it just becomes weird and becomes not necessarily a historical epic like the Gladiator was. Just becomes a movie trying to do too much. Another one I'm excited for is Wicked. Wicked. Yeah, I see a trailer for it first. Denzel Glare makes it a winner already. Wicked, the story about the witches of Oz. So we get the story of Alphabet, the Wicked Witch of the West, and Glinda, and how their friendship goes about in this movie. It's based on the musical. I'm really confused why they're trying to accomplish Gladiators. I know. This seems like, with everything I've read about it, it seems like it could be a good, and so is D-Ray. It seems like it would be a good, like, straight to DVD shark movie. That's what it sounds like. One of those like cheesy shark movies that might be horrible, but it actually might be a good type of horrible. So, well, like I was saying with Wicked's based on the musical, based on the musical Wicked, about the story of Glinda and Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West's relation, their friendship, and their eventual coming into who they are in the Wizard of Oz. The trailer of this, if you didn't see it during the Super Bowl, actually shows like they actually didn't just take it and say, oh, it's set into time during the Wizard of Oz, but it's not. It's before that, so the set pieces are not going to look right. They actually did this so it actually looks like they're going to be like set pieces. You're going to see the Emerald City. You're going to see all that. That's looking like that's going to be fun. So next one I want to talk about is one Captain America: Brave New World. Yes, we actually get to see Harrison Ford fight in here. Harrison Ford takes over for John Hurt as Thunderbolt Ross. So I'm curious about this movie. Do we see him Hulk up in here? Because we all know Thunderbolt Ross is Red Hulk. We all know this. You comic book fans out there know that. I haven't seen the musical, but I did read Wicked, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. And I mean, I'm curious if the musical is a success in a two-part that it's going to be. I want them to do the other books, Dell, in that Wicked lineup. Son of Witch, I want to do. And I've only read up to Son of the Witch, which is the third one, I believe. But there's more. I want them to do that entire series. There, it would bring it up that they don't have to be musicals. But Brave New World, we're getting. We know they've cut stuff out. They've cut out Serpent Society out of here. We see Anthony Mackie in his suit. It looks more streamlined than ever before. I kind of like it better than the Falcon Winter Soldier one. We see Joaquin Torres here as the new Falcon. And we see Thunderbolt Ross, played by Harrison Ford, taking over for William Hurt. Who's now Thunderbolt Ross is the President of the United States, which means if he hulks out, our president's going on a hulking rampage, folks. But anyways, and the other one, it's a biopic of Michael Jackson starring Jafar Jackson called Michael. That one looks like that could be very well done too. So I'm looking forward to that one. Okay. Now, as you guys saw in the thumbnail, we're talking X-Men 97. I'm going to close with the big stuff for episode 5 because episode 6 drops tomorrow. If you haven't seen it yet, now is the time. I'm letting you guys know that we're talking X-Men episode 5. If you haven't seen it, it's already out on Disney Plus. I suggest you pause this video. If you're watching the replay, pause the video, go watch it, and come back. Okay, so what we're doing is we're talking about the big thing that happened in episode 5. I didn't think they would do it. I heard rumors. I saw where the story was progressing in 4. I'm like, they're not going to do it, are they? They wouldn't. They wouldn't bring back this stuff. Okay. Hey, Dell, thanks for coming tonight, man. This is gonna be the last thing I'm going to talk about tonight. So, if you've watched it, come back and tell me what you think about episode 5. But anyways, I'm going to go like this and do this. Okay, it's called Remember It. So it occurred that we have Magneto, Rogue, and Gambit. They're about to set into the Hellfire Club, right? Yeah. So they're going into the Hellfire Club to meet the Hellfire Club, Valerie Cooper, amongst with any others. The intent is to establish an alliance and to protect the mutant nation. Yo, what's up, Danny? That's a name I don't see in my chats a lot. But how you doing?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Danny? Welcome to the community. How you doing tonight, man? Right there, I'm just placing. You better tell. I know T-Ray was excited when I told him I was going to talk about this. But they want to go to do something like Genosha. They want to do something like Genosha where there was a safe haven for mutants. So it looks like we're getting a Genosha. But then Episodes 1 and 2 were 10/10. Episode 5 was out of this world. On a scale of 10, D-Ray, what would you name it? To Infinity and Beyond? Because it's out of this world. I agree with you on this. It's been very well produced, well done. Episode 5 just upped the ante a whole lot more. I hope it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. I'm doing good. Just been doing my own thing, working a lot and collecting movies. That's awesome, Danny. And thank you for stopping by, man. Good to see you. Glad you're doing all right, man. So, Punter, he's saying hi to everyone. Okay. So, for those of you that don't know, Madeline Pryor is the clone of Jean Grey. And somehow, throughout all this, between the 97, the original series, and now, her and Jean Grey kind of switch spots. We don't know how, when this happened. They don't really say, kind of give you more happened in the comics on Genosha, but this was still very effective. Yeah. Yeah. The whole, if you guys haven't checked it out, check out the story arc, House of M. That's what happened. That's kind of what this episode's based off of, this House of M, and how Magneto takes over the X-Men, and then there's something that happens that he knows that Genosha's the safe haven, and then Genosha's attacked, and brings about the Civil War with mutants and humans. Yeah. But in this one, Madeline Pryor, I'm getting to this. Madeline Pryor is a substitute for Jean Grey. She's her clone. We see Nathaniel Summers show up. We see her go up. Nathaniel Summers, the son of Scott Summers and Jean Grey. You know, Cable? Yeah. They revealed that she was a clone. She's been spending time working on the island since leaving the X Mansion. Fortunately, Madeline becomes the first victim of the Sentinel attack. Yes, that's right. The Sentinels have attacked. They also have this like Godzilla Sentinel too. I'm not going to spoil how it looks if you haven't seen it yet. You guys got to check this stuff out. She becomes the first victim of the ambush when the mutants celebrate their coalition. Cable arrives to future warn his mother about some impending doom. He's too late. She's dead. If Cable shows up, you know something bad's about to happen. Yes. And he tries to save his mom, but it doesn't work. So here we go. Banshee is killed. He's seen Final Way. He goes to Rogan Company to the garden, and he gets incinerated in the sky. Morrow is raised with Banshee, so we get Morrow, who is at the Hellfire Club, and he gets scorched too. What I'm curious about, if he's really dead or not, is Sebastian Shaw. Is Sebastian Shaw dead? Because we don't see him. We see where he's at get blown up, but we don't see him actually die. We just see him already dead when they lay Madeline Pryor's body next to his. So we know he might be dead. Callisto fades away, the leader of the Morlocks. So this infuriates Gambit, who's a Morlock. So, oh boy. Moira McTaggart, you know, the human that loves Charles Xavier. She's dead. Squid Boy is also off screen, and they lay him next to. He's seen next to Madeline Pryor and Shaw too, and also seen to Moira's body. Okay, the Godzilla Sentinel takes out somebody. We see Magneto kind of become a hero in here. In his House of M look, he kind of becomes a hero. He saves a group of Morlocks, or we supposedly think they're safe. We don't know. We don't see them. But then he's disintegrated by a Sentinel. An Omega level mutant just got wiped out by the Godzilla Sentinel. What? That was probably the biggest thing of this episode, that I was like, what? I couldn't believe that. It's Magneto, for Pete's sake. Hey, Rob, what's up, man? What's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? Hey, how you do we doing, Rob, tonight? How we doing tonight, man? Yeah, so the Godzilla Sentinel does it. After Gambit rescues some Morlocks, he tries to shield them from the Godzilla Sentinel. It fires on him. The blast is too strong. There's nothing left of Magneto. Like, seriously, nothing's left of him. So, if there was something like that, he could probably pull himself together and say, hello, I love that greeting. You could probably say he kind of pulls himself together, but this guy's crisp. He's Ash. He's Ash right now. Number 3. And Rogue is heartbroken as she watches because they just ended the romance they had with him and Rogue. I'm doing the great. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you're doing good, man. He, in fact, tried to restrain her and Gambit, covering them up with debris so the shockwave wouldn't harm them. Magneto became a selfless leader and became kind of resaved himself, kind of. Leech. Leech's Warlock's crew gets roasted. So not only does our boy Leech get roasted, uh Magneto says to Leech in German, "Don't be afraid." Blah 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 blah. I'm doing good, Rob, and I'm doing very well, Rob. Thanks for showing up. Seeing Magneto remembering the Holocaust, stuff like that, and the one that really threw me through a loop here. Besides Magneto, they killed off Gambit. We get Gambit's real name in here, and he tells him, "Remember it." That's the name of the title of the episode. He supercharges himself, the rod, and the machine, and he blows it up. So he supercharges himself, the rod he's holding, and the machine, and it blows it up. Gambit's dead. They've wiped out a lot of this team in this episode. While they were talking about peace and everything. I just hope people don't see it that way. Obviously, we know who's behind this. I mean, we know Mr. Sister showing up at some point in this, and we're also showing up again at some point in the season. But who's behind this? Is it Sinister? I have no idea. This episode makes me want to watch out everything else from now on because I'm invested now. I wasn't before. It was a great show to watch, but like D-Ray said, the first episodes were 10 out of 10. This one was out of this world. So that was pretty impressive there for this episode. You kill off most of your cast, most of your characters, most of the ones fans love. That's great. The name is Gambit. Remember it. I Can't Feel You was so well done. Yeah. It was not only well done, it was so touching too. If they did this in a live action film, that would be perfect. So what I'm going to do is now, I said I would get to some Fantastic Four stuff. I want to touch on the big news out there. We got word that Shala Ball is the Silver Surfer. Before everyone freaks out on me, Marvel has always taken stuff from their other worlds, their other multiverses, and placed them into their MCU. This MCU is not the 616. Why? In the 616, it is this. Nick Fury's white. In the Ultimates universe, he's black and looks like Samuel L. Jackson. So we pretty much got the Ultimates universe in here because costuming's the Ultimates versions of these characters. Scott Lang's the Ultimate version of Ant-Man. Not the 616 because it's still Hank Pym. So that's why I'm saying the Fantastic Four is intriguing. They're set in the 60s. We don't even know if they're part of the main MCU continuity or not yet. They could be another multiverse because Shala Ball is the Silver Surfer. Well, you guys don't know who Shala Ball is? She's the leader of the Zen law. planet, and the lover of Norn and Rad. The 616 continuity of Silver Surfer. So when people say, "Oh, they're ruining the character by making her a woman," she was actually given the powers in her multiverse. I think it was Earth 1999. I think it was. She was given the powers of the Silver Surfer. So we're getting ready for a multiversal epic here, folks. They're taking things from different multiverses. We've already seen it in Spider-Man and bringing them together for that. And as always, I've been running a little bit later tonight because I want to get in a whole bunch of stuff. I want to say thank you for everyone for watching. And as always, remember, it's a Symbol Week this week. Make sure you subscribe and follow to 4KD Ray, Kalo Daily, and Jacob Blue 7, as well as myself. Show us some love because we all have some great content coming up at you this week. And I'm going to play one more video for you. That's right. That's right, everyone. Have a great night. And remember, I'm the alternative on your Tuesday night. So thanks for joining it right here on BINBUSTER, on my channel right here. I have some awesome stuff coming up with you guys. I have movie reviews up the wazoo coming out. Recipes Remy LeBeau got too soon. It's too soon, D-Ray. It just hurts right here still. Anyways, I hope everyone has a great night. And just stay tuned right here because I have some great content coming up. My pals D-Ray, Jagoda, and Cal all have great content coming up for you guys this week as well. So check them out as well, too. And until next time, remember, make it a movie night and dive